What's going on, YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. I am currently getting over a cold, so hopefully it'll be gone here in a little bit. That way I can commit to a couple of more videos to make up for pretty much none during the week. Now, in the previous episode, we went and focused a little bit over here on this area. I've done a little bit more developing and kind of did this right over here. We fixed the ferries. What I did is I applied the prefer ferries policy through the whole city. So now we're having more folks use the ferries, as you can see. And lastly, a lot of you guys mentioned that I said that I was going to look at the park, and I didn't, so that's what we're going to start with. We are at 12 million in the bank, which pretty much is irrelevant, and I'll try not to mention it again because we have more money than we know what to do with. We have 54,000, nearly 55,000 of population. We have a pretty good demand for residential, commercial, as well as industrial. So, a couple of problems in the city. Not enough customers here. I saw somewhere there was not enough educated workers. Couple of dead people here and there, but I think overall we're doing pretty good. Those problems will solve themselves as soon as we get more folks moved into the city. I want to start by satisfying the commercial demand a little bit, and then we're going to move into the park. Let's try to develop a little bit more down here in this area, and we can also do that and that, and we'll start, actually not that. So we'll start zoning a little bit alongside the main road over here to kind of get more filled in a sense. I did do a little bit of detailing over here on this side. So starting with just a couple of rocks and trees right here. I did a little bit right over here as well, and then I put in this little rest area in a sense. Now that I look at it up close, it's got way too many things. So we'll try to maybe get rid of one or two of them without. There we go. Much better now, in my opinion. Now I did make this right here, and this is gonna be an area for our Tower of Doom, right? Or drop tower, right? Here in Colorado at the Six Flags, we have the Tower of Doom, and I've been on one of these. Man, it is absolutely terrifying when you're all the way up, and then it drops you super hard down to the ground. But fun nonetheless. So that's what we're going to do there. We have also unlocked, I believe, an additional item, and I thought it was this pendulum ride. And I haven't really thought of an area to put that in just yet. And I think we could get away by placing it somewhere right here. That'll mess a little bit with the terrain, but that's okay. Let's grab our pathway. We'll get rid of that. We'll bring this back up.
Physics is the science of matter, its motion and its behavior in time and space.
And now that doesn't look good, so let's try. We'll try that again.
Nor reflects electromagnetic radiation. We don't know if it really exists, but it helps us explain the irregular movements of galaxies.
And that still doesn't look all that great. Okay, so maybe we have to flatten out the land, the terrain, whatever over here. You guys can hear these folks screaming, can't you? They're having a time of their life. that's pretty much what it sounds like in real life as well. They did a good job mimicking the noise effects that people make. All right, let's see here. If we put it right there, and then instead of drawing a road from over on the other side, we try to just go out in front of it like that. There we go. That works. And then from here, academic year report. All right. Actually, can we? No, we can't, but something like that right there. And then maybe just do a little bit of tree decor. These trees look pretty nasty right now because I terraformed here. This was underwater, but they'll come back to us, I promise. So that's where we're at. We're actually halfway through level 5 in the park itself too. So let's take a quick look at that. There we go. On the entertainment side, we are good. Maintenance, we're good. Tickets are cheap. And we have 6,100 out of 10,000 worth of folks coming in through this park. Policies I'm not gonna mess with much right now, so we're just gonna leave them the way they are right now. So there you have it, folks. The newest addition to our amusement park over here, or two newest additions. And I don't want to hear any more complaining that I didn't cover the park. One thing I did do that was off camera, and Sinisha, if you are watching, remember we had a couple of comment discussions about what happens if you start the game and you enable all of the cheats for unlimited oil, unlimited resource, whatever it might be. So I actually tried that over here, kind of like a end game preparation, see if I want to keep this as a oil industry here, or down the road turn it into something else. And the answer to that question is, if you start on a normal game and you deplete the resource, and then you go and you start with the unlimited everything cheat, the oil, the natural resource, whatever it is, will not come back. Again, it will not come back, so you're just going to be stuck with whatever you have left. So it'll look just like this if you enable the unlimited resource cheat, I guess is what it's called. But now that we have the park out of the way, let's focus on this right here a little bit. So the industry demand, I have Rosewood Heights here. That's going to be our center IT cluster there, and I want to start on this side here. This right here we can no, let's go with the IT cluster as well. Over here we can put in some let me check something real quick. All right, we're going to go North American here. Now, this is already set as an IT cluster. On the outskirts here, and then here and here, we're going to have the regular high-density commercial. And I'm hoping that since we are zoning this much IT cluster, we don't get those annoying notifications as to not enough buyers for product or whatever it might be. Over here, we're going to have everything low density residential. Over here, I have it split with this 4-lane road with trees. So within this little mark right here, we're going to have a high density residential, and that's going to be the European high density residential. So once we actually, I think we can start zoning now and kind of getting prepared for everything. I don't know about this one right here. We'll leave it for now. I'll start putting in some schools and whatnot over here on this side, and we're gonna go with the modern looking schools. So let's go with a community school, which is going to be the elementary school. Then we're gonna go with a Creative Arts Institute or Institute of Creative Arts. That's gonna serve as our high school. We're gonna need some parks or plazas over here as well, and I'm thinking 2 of these here should be okay. Basketball court we can fit in there, and what about a tennis court? Will it fit here? It will. Perfect. So now we got to bring power to this side, and strictly temporarily we're going to do that, and that right there, that'll give us power. And then now over here we can start zoning residential, high density residential. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys or not, there is construction going on outside of my house. Actually, about 6 houses down there, they're putting in an additional house, because I guess they needed more population in my neighborhood. So there was a piece of land that wasn't, let's call it zoned. It wasn't meant to be a house on that piece of land, but I guess they decided to build one. So now they're building that, and this is so we bought our house in 2016, so 4 years ago, believe it or not. And they're just now putting in the one last house that there was room for in the neighborhood. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm gonna continue zoning the commercial side over here. And we'll just do this whole chunk at a time. And then that and that. I don't want anything here where I've put the trees, and then we're going to do that as well. I'm going to try three zonable blocks or squares there and there. And just to see what it ends up looking like. And actually here we have a good idea right here. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I thought maybe that the terrain, I actually see right here, it's kind of not good. We'll see what it looks like when it fills in. I want to see if it's gonna go with the flow or not. And let's see, in these last couple of episodes that I've been recording, I was thinking about where to move the garbage collection facilities, and I don't have a clear answer yet. I know it's not going to remain here because we're going to use this for additional residential and whatnot. But I was thinking that we spread it out kind of like we did over here. So we will have a small collection facility in each corner of the map. That way we're not making just one big huge one to collect all of the garbage in the city. So I'm thinking that we are going to have something small remain somewhere over here in this area. We may put 1 or 2 collection services over here on this side as well. This one over here, we're going to shrink it down, and then once we unlock this tile up here, we're going to make one for this side as well. In the future, what I'm looking into doing is getting rid of Saddle Rock Ranch and doing something else here, maybe a forestry industry. And then I mentioned to you guys, I think in the beginning of the series, that I want to run a railroad through the mountain or within the inside of the mountain tunnel or something like that, that'll kind of connect this farming area over here with the railroad track, so we can import and export via rail, as opposed to so many trucks coming in and out. So that's in the works, in the plan for the future. And then lastly, if we take a look at our milestone, we have an airport in the cargo airport that we're going to unlock next, and that's 75,000. We're going to be unlocking the international airport and the cargo airport hub. Now, what I'm thinking is for the airport, we're going to save this piece right here and have the airport kind of central in the city. I don't know if that's going to look all that great or not, but I'm willing to give it a shot and see how it will look. And kind of go from there. So we'll leave this area right here and reserve it for the airport itself. Now, that demand for industry is not going away. So what we're going to do is zone the rest of this as IT cluster right here. And we can even do that. We're going to come over here, put in this commercial, and see how that develops. But this over here, I thought it was going to give us a bunch of issues. Not yet, but then again, we don't have this whole side over here zoned. So I guess put a pin in it and we'll see. Hopefully it works. I don't know. I really don't want to mess with traffic. It's time consuming to kind of go and figure it out. So let's take a look since I have activated the ferry thing. So 53 there. This one's got a large amount of people coming through. It's got looks like it's a large amount of people, even though it says 48. And then over here we have 11. So we'll leave it. I like the ferries going in and out, and I think we can get rid of that power source there and keep everything the same. And yes, it looks like we can. And what I think we can safely start doing is we can start zoning more low density residential here. But before we do that, I want to cover the area with some additional services. So we'll put a large fire station right in there. Police is actually pretty well covered from, I think, this building here. So I think something just along on this side, actually we'll go with this one right here, should be enough to cover the whole thing. And it looks like it kind of is, except for a little bit right here. But if that becomes an issue, we'll definitely look into it. And let's see, healthcare, how are we doing on that? So not a whole lot of coverage here. And I think if we were to put in, will it fit here? It won't. Okay, what if we put the hospital right in there? Perfect. Maximum coverage. So we'll do that right there. And then over here, since we have this awkward little dead area or dead space, what we're going to do is go and put in some of these nice looking trees. And there we go. Power, come on. I think this calls for a park. Or a plaza, whatever you want to call it. And there we go. Power is connected. We have sucked the last piece of oil out of here, so we'll get rid of that guy. And this guy's still working on it. So we'll let him finish and we'll figure that out as well. So let's start with zoning over here. I don't have a district. So let's see, regular homes look like this, I believe. I think I'm gonna want these homes over here to be the green homes, just like these ones over here. So we are gonna make a district. And then I'll go around and clean this up in between episodes at some point. What I am going to do now, just so we don't affect the high density buildings over here, is just clean that area up a little bit. Then we're going to go here. Oh, nope. So this one, self-sufficient buildings, that's what it is. So we're going to do that right there. Let's break out our little brush. And we are going to start right over here. But I think these self-sufficient low-density homes are going to look nice in this area here. I think we're going to have to add a couple of more parks. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to look into over here on this side is a cemetery or incinerator. Let's see. How's our coverage over here? It is not good. Not good at all. So right next to the fire station, we're going to put one of those. And the coverage is now just okay. And I think we should be all right with that. Schools are both good. We already looked at fire and police. Public transport we're not going to mess with over here in this area just yet. And I think we can spare a park if it'll fit. Okay, what about there? There we go. That should work. These folks here could use a park, and it'll fit nicely right there. And then what we can do, put a little through pathway right there and be just a-okay. Actually, let's do it for all of them. There we go, and I think that's it. Yep, that is it. A little bit of trees and foliage over here is going to be nice, and then we're going to get to working on finishing this bottom lip right here. And we'll see how that works. And the little bit of... Oh, there we go. This guy's out as well. So let's just go ahead and zone this with some irregular industry here. There we go. That should work. I'm just going to plop everything right here, as well as here and here. That should help with that little bit of demand that we currently have. And then we'll see what this ends up looking like. And we'll make adjustments as necessary. There we go, and I think we can easily finish up. I would say just about that right there for now. How is our park doing? We need 2,700 more people to reach level 5, but I like this right here. I think it looks good right on the edge right here. Looks nice. Looks nice. Again, this amusement park is going to take up pretty much this whole thing. So we're going to have some repeat amusement buildings. Kind of end, I think, right somewhere. Somewhere like right about there. And then over here we'll do some more of commercial or whatever else we can think of kind of in this area right here. But this whole thing should be the amusement park. Alright, what's going on with water here? Thought we had coverage. We don't.
I'm Panem Askelin of Mars Official Radio. Lean back, relax, and let us.
And now we do, so we
Our
should
songs
be
are
good.
simply the best, and my hosting is too.
I think it's looking nice. I almost want to zone closer to the highway here as well, and let's see if we do that. All right, what's the amount here? That is 280. Ooh, okay. New milestone, new area, and an airport. Okay, I guess we can't go the same distance for whatever reason, so we're just going to even it out right in there. Let's make sure that our district does extend all the way out to there, and all the way out to there. So let's try it. I really want to see what it's going to look like. I didn't want to just toss in a bunch of trees in that area. Ooh, this is daring right here. Let's try this right at the edge of the highway. Can even do that and that. I really want to see what these buildings right here are going to look like, and if it's going to look all weird. Hopefully we get some nice and tall ones. Over here, though, on this side, to break it up a little bit, then we could do the trees. What's going on with power? Are we low? We are low. All right. So I think it's about time we put in another one of these guys. And that could fit nicely right there. And it goes along with the area too. Yeah, that looks good to me. And power is all taken care of. So let's see. Any bites? Any nibbles? Anything? Why is this not high density? Did I not cover this? Or oh, I didn't. There we go. Go away. There. Cool. So we'll wait for that to to come through. Where else can we squeeze in some more commercial on this side here? I wasn't gonna zone much along this street, but let's do it, see what it looks like. That's good there. Nothing there because we're going to put in some trees. Well, alongside here, we can do that, right? Yeah. And then this all, I think we have set as the modern city center. So we'll see if that is going to help with the demand as well, and kind of what that's going to end up looking like too. A couple of hotels over here, not doing the best, I'll be honest. And even this building right here that was set to be our historical building got abandoned. So we got to wait and see if something else builds over here in this area. But it's all due to, not having enough people living in our city. Let's take another look at the milestone. So another area, we did unlock the airport and the cargo airport. Next milestone at 75,000. So we'll get another area, monuments, international airport, and cargo airport hub. So we're gonna have to do some work to climb up to 75,000 in population. We may have to build this out all as high density, some over here as well, high density residential, I mean, to kind of hit that number and get that airport unlocked. That I think, the more I think about it, the more I think that it's going to look really, really nice right over here, as long as we can make it fit nicely. And folks, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one just a little bit short. I think we've done good in this episode. We've reached the milestone. We have a new area unlocked, and I'm thinking this tile right here is gonna be our best bet to kind of move some of this or play with some of this right here, since we're having more and more of the industry demand. I think forestry industry placed somewhere over here is going to do us some real good. Money wise, we're still making good money. Population is climbing. The residential demand is not going to go away, which we're going to tackle more of in the next episode. And we'll go from there. As always, be the best that you can be in everything that you do. And I will see you guys on the next one.